Wrecking Ball, how you doing, mate? Welcome to the GT Sport Test Beta live stream. How you doing? First like. We've got 5 minutes until the last online beta race, which is in 5 minutes and 13 seconds. Got a countdown. I'm currently sitting 7th in the friends list with a 7 minute 7. Obviously, as we know, it's a 12.95 mile track based in Germany. I'm just currently trying to get my stream up in night mode. Thanks for stopping in, Wrecking Ball, appreciate it. Just going to do a short live stream of this today. I missed the first 2 races on the other 2 tracks. This is the last race, I think, of tonight. I'm not too sure. It's starting off at GMT 20.008 PM. So I'm hoping it's going to be 4 segments between the hours of 8 and 9 PM. Hoping this is the first one. I'm in the Lancer Evolution Final Edition. Hopefully I'll see a few friends chucked in the same server as me, that'd be cool. They moved the times forward, I think, for the weekdays, so I think we can finish work and actually get on. I think on the weekends they were basing them earlier, so they're sort of in the afternoon, mid-afternoon, but I've noticed today, weekdays rather than weekends, they seem to have pushed the time a bit more further forward. Just currently trying to get my live stream in night mode. This will be my first time out as well on the Nurburgring online. Obviously you can see the time set on the right hand side. This will be my first online race. So basically the gist of the game is just to keep it as clean as possible. The cleaner you are, the cleaner you are, the more overtakes you do. Clean overtakes, the more your driver ranking goes up. So you actually get noticed for clean driving. Hello Gordo, how you doing, mate? Yeah, if you'll notice that when I do overtakes, you see a blue arrow pointing upwards, which means you've done a clean overtake. And if you hit a car or go off the track, you should see a red arrow pointing downwards, which means you've basically lost the point that you got for doing the clean overtake. Thanks for joining us, Gordo. Appreciate it. 2 minutes 15. My last race yesterday, I tried to do, I actually got kicked out, which was the first time I been kicked out in 5 races. So I've done 5, got in 5 successfully, and one of them got kicked out. So hopefully this has been my favourite track. I will not get kicked out of this one. For watching, 4 likes. Right, night mode is up now, so I can see your comments. How is everyone today? Six watching. Right, let me just quickly post this to my group. Right, so we'll go in a group, sim racing events, and we'll put it under live. Live online, Nurburgring. Post to Facebook. Right, that's that done. Just in time. I was coming on here not expecting to, hello, hey Jay doing? I wasn't expecting to do any of the races because I thought I'd missed them all. Been able to get on for 8 PM onwards. But luckily, There's been a race as soon as I came on. There's a race available to go into. So right, 25 seconds before race starts. Obviously, I won't be able to read any comments for about 7 minutes or so. I believe it's just a 1 lap race around here. So, but I'll read your comments afterwards. That's if I get in, that is. So if we go into a screen in the garage, yes, that looks promising. Yes, right, so we're in. Race C, 18th of the 4th, 2017, 2020. Hello Keith, how you doing mate? Thanks for dropping in, appreciate it. Hello mate, how you doing? Just managed to catch a lap. Well, the last race it seems, on my favourite track. So I missed the first two. I think this is the last track of today. So I just turned it on the off chance that I'll get into a race, and there was an entry available with about 5 minutes remaining, I think. My opponent group has been decided. Right. So I'm 7th on the grid, but it seems that they're starting to match make our... If you see the DR, it says D. So it starts off on E, D, C, and then B, then A, which is the best. That's the DR. And then the SR is a sportsmanship ranking. So I'm on 31. So I've got good sportsmanship. High as the 31, which seems to be the highest in the actual field of people, which is good. Which I'm happy with that. And I've just got to get my DR up, which is the driver's ranking. So there's driver's ranking and sportsmanship ranking. So the driver's ranking should be will take the longest to go up. As I said, it goes. You start off on E, then it goes to D, C, B, and then A, which is the top ranking. So, as you can see, the fastest lap is a 6 minute 56 in a Mercedes AMG, and I am third quickest in the Lancer Evolution Final Edition. What 3 first cars did you get? I got the Renault Megane trophy, the Audi TTS, and the M3 M6 GT. Is it the M6 GT3? And I've got gift cards. I've got the Hyundai this car, the Lancer Evolution Final Edition, and I think yesterday I received the colour changeable Scirocco, the Volkswagen. Might as well go up on track, see if I get a feel for the car. Right, so as you know, it's a very narrow grid start. So best behaviours on the first sector, then hopefully it'll space out. Here we go. Right, I'm hoping there's another one of that. What do you think of GT Sport? My name is SES. It released it. Not much. I mean, 14 watching. Who was expecting this? There's just no way past that car. He was just all over the shop. He must have been on the pad as well. Yeah, iPod. I did realise that as well. It looks very grainy when you watch it, when you stream it or save it or upload it from the PS4, but it does look good on the screen. But for some reason it looks very grainy on the uploads. Yeah, look, I'm down on the sportsmanship ranking. Yeah, I think he definitely was a pad driver, Keith. Age, I'm not sure, mate. It's HDR ready, 4K, I suppose. So yeah, if you've got a PS4 Pro, HD ready, HDR ready TV, then you will see 4K resolution. Like I said, Poc, what you're seeing now on the stream or uploads is not a true representation of what I'm seeing on the screen. Don't know whether that's intentional or what, but it does look very grainy. Looks very grainy on the uploads and the streaming, even if you set it at a high. Right, I've got another chance to go on here as well. Yeah, if you set it on a high 1080p stream, it still comes through as grainy. I mean, even now I'm watching it on the laptop, it does look a bit grainy. Not now, but when you're actually on track. Well, if I bought a PC, mate, I don't think I'll be playing this game. LH, this game is HDR 4K ready, VR ready on release. Right, I'll have another go at it, see if I can get a cleaner race. The aerodynamics just seems to go out the window when you're following someone. It's quite tricky, that track, following someone. Right, so you've gone neutral on the sportsmanship ranking, so I've gone up a bit. But I think a lot of people lost sportsmanship ranking through doing that track. So whenever you go off the track or shunt someone, you lose a point of your sportsmanship ranking, which is on the right at the SR, and then the DR, it starts off E, D, C, B, A. So I'm currently on D, and then sportsmanship ranking 29. Highest in the grid is a 31 after that race. Right, you're about to see new vehicle as well. Nice. So every day, if you do a daily workout of 26 miles, you get a gift car. So this is today's gift car, and it's the Jaguar F-Type GR3. So you just witnessed me getting that. So add that to the garage, so that'll be in my garage now, and I'll be available to go on that whenever I wish. Right, so now you can see if I was to go, all them three now shut for the day until tomorrow. So tomorrow onwards it'll be 6 p.m, 7 and 8. So you got an hour on Willow Springs. It might not be Willow Springs tomorrow, so the tracks might change tomorrow. So today it was an hour on Willow Springs, an hour on Dragon Trail, and an hour on the Nurburgring, which you just saw me do, which was 2 races. I managed to get in the Nordschleife. So if I click on this one, it's available to go on and enter in 20 hours and 49 minutes. So that's tomorrow, same time tomorrow. Dragon Trail is the same, 21 hours 49 minutes. And this one will be a bit later, and that's tomorrow for 22 hours. So now if I go on this, I can go on any track, any 3 of them tracks, and I can do a qualifying lap time. So I know, hopefully, if I go to change car, I've got the new car, gift car, which you just see me get. So I think I'll do a lap or 2 in this for now, in the new car, see how this handles. What do you mean, H? Tune in. Car looks a beast. Look at that car. Don't forget to hit that like, guys. That would help out the stream. I appreciate it. So I'm about to jump in the FTR. Is it the FTR? F-Type, sorry. Pardon me. F-Type GR3. See how it went from yellow flags into green. I can honestly say this is probably one of the hardest sim racing games that I've ever used on a wheel. It's very difficult. You can't just gun it like normal sim racing games.
While the police were looking for a criminal, he was holed up in a house and he decided to make a 999 call to the police.
Yeah, I think so too, Babis. I'm currently using the G29. Right, so any requests? I'll do another lap around that track, around Nurburgring. You can choose a car, any particular cars you want to see. Just put it down in the comments. Hey, would you mind showing the replay bit, Jay Houston? Yeah, no worries. What I'll do is I'll do a lap in one of these cars. Pick a car you'd like to see. I'll do a lap and you can see the replay. It's quite impressive actually. The replays are very good. I'm yet to see a replay actually on the Nurburgring, so I'm sort of keen to see it as well. Right, one vote for the M6. I'll do best of 5 votes. So we've got one vote for the M6. Jag. One M6, one Jag. 3 more votes. Bansal, yep, that's a good idea. M6. GT vote once. GT vote once, not twice. So you got the F-Type GT3. Sorry, GR3. Thanks. You got the Lancer Evolution GR3, Genesis GR3, the M6 GT3. Yeah, I'm yet to see the replays on this, so it'll be first for me as well. Right, so we go to the M6. Go to the M6 GT3 wins a vote. Just to let you all know, I find the easiest car to handle around this track is the Evolution, purely because I think it's 4-wheel drive. These other 3 are quite heavy. Like I said, these 3 are quite hard to drive. With the traction, all assists are off. Throttle control is very sensitive, and that's very easy to come off the track. Right, I'll do a lap on the M6 BMW, and I'll show the replay. I'll just show you through. I'll just show you through the basic beta test setups. So you've got driver's options, transmission manual, traction control off. The only tyres you get to choose in the beta is either racing hards or sports hards. So the rest of them are all locked. As you can see, the only ones that are open are the racing hards. Driver marker, that's a new thing that I've seen. They had that on default when I first went into the beta, so it's just basically braking markers, turning entry markers, which are off. Show ghost off. That's not a bad thing to have on, actually. Active steering off, stability off, ABS default, driving assist off, controller sensitivity. I'm on a wheel, so force feedback, torque and sensitivity is cranked up to 10. Car settings is either, usually you have road, drift or dirt. So it'll be dirt for the rallying for the actual release of the game. Drift setup and roads, this is the road setup. Power ratio, weight reduction, that's all locked obviously. Traction control 0, racing hards. I haven't messed around with braking balance. I've left all the ride height default. Aerodynamics are on default. Differential gear is on default. So you can actually, on the beta, mess around with the transmission as well. Again, I've got mine on default. Obviously your gearing, which is just normal from Gran Turismo. So when you go to fully customise, you can change all your gear ratios. Maximum speed. That's a good point, actually. I haven't bothered to mess with that. I should have messed around with that really for the races. So obviously you can change it to max speed with longer gear ratios, gear changes, or you can put it right down to the bottom. Faster changes, which compromises your top speed. Let's crack it down to 6.8, see if I notice any difference in speed. Outright speed. Right, I think that's it. So that's just pretty standard. And then obviously the ranking you can see on the right hand side. That's my friends list. There was a friends. Don't know if you're watching now. If you're watching this stream, you can see your name up there on the right hand side. Right, so I'll do a quick lap and then I'll show the replays. So options, exit. It's not best time, surely. Best time maybe in that vehicle, and then you just go to replay. Right, other F1 vehicles, GT Sport. They have been in previous GT Sports, so or GTs, so I don't see why they won't have any open wheel cars. Usually they have a F1 on there, whether it be Lotus or Ferrari. I think Ferrari F1 was in the GT5, and the open wheel Lotus pack was in GT6, alongside the Vision Gran Turismo. I was on a bat for school, my back muscle got pulled. Not sure Binzel. Hage still alpha, I think so, no. Ouch, GT. You're okay now. But soon enough, better. Isn't there a way you can look it up on the internet to see what they have? I know it's very limited vehicles they're going to have in GT Sport. I think on release, I think they'll have about 130 cars, I believe, on release. Yep, definitely agree on that, Gordo. I think they've always had the Formula Gran Turismos, which is the equivalent to Formula 1. And I think they had the 2010 Ferrari F1 car, the GT5, and I believe they had about 5 or 6 Lotus open wheel cars, ranging from the 98 Turbo onwards. See, what you just saw there, that replay of actually inside the car, for some reason I think they're holding back on graphics, because if they can have the graphics from that view on the replay, then surely they're going to the same frame rate when you're actually racing. Basically, yeah, Binzel. My licence would be the Formula Gran Turismo. Hopefully, we'll have the rights to Porsche now that I think it's Forza had the rights to Porsche. They sold the rights, so now you'll see projectcars 2 and Gran Turismo have full licensing of Porsche. Rough, yeah. There's one thing you can't knock is the replays. Replays are nothing compared to, well, you can't compare this to any other games really. From what I'm seeing now on the screen, it looks almost realistic, like real. Should go out of the base for back, Gordo. Oh, crash. Easy as that. Yeah, they're pretty good, mate. I think the gear ratio is a little bit too low on that track. I think default was just right. Right, any other track that anyone wants to see? There's only two more tracks you can see. That's Willow Springs and Dragon Trail. Write in the comments. I'll probably be on for another 35 minutes before I shut down the stream. So if there's any of the other two tracks you want to see, write in the comments. Willow Springs or Dragon Trail. Right, best of three. One vote for Dragon Trail. Car set up all the ABS and TCs. Traction controls. Try Willow Springs. Your F-Type. You can't, Keith, I'm afraid. I think the only car I've got available for Willow Springs is one car. The TTS Coupe. 14 road car. And then for the Dragon Trail, I've got a choice of the Megane GR4 Trophy or the Scirocco GR4. So one vote for Dragon Trail, and one vote for one vote for Willow Springs. Best of three, one more vote. Alright, so based on that comment, Keith, we'll go Dragon Trail, and now we need to cast a vote, best of three, on the car, Megane or the Scirocco. Volkswagen or Renault, or Scirocco or Megane. Volkswagen, best of three. Hayes, you have to be different. So we've got one vote for Volkswagen, one for Megane. One more vote. Volkswagen, right. Yeah, Volkswagen, right. Still need one more vote. Scirocco, yeah. Right, okay. 2 votes for Scirocco. We're going Scirocco. Just making sure in every car before I go on track, the traction control tends to go up 3 as, 3 to default, so 0. Hello Stephen, how you doing mate? Thanks for dropping in. Right, that's Dragon's Trail in Scirocco. Says 11 watching, yeah, 12 watching now. 9 likes, sweet, nice one. That's 2 more likes since I last looked. Very noisy, Gordo. Squeaky. I'm still yet to assign flashing of the lights or horn. I don't think horn's on the beta test. I need to assign to look behind me as well. Haven't got round to doing that yet. Right, photorealistic, yes, definitely, totally agree. Very good, be right back, no worries. Have we tried drifting? How are the physics when you drift? Much like GT6. RLX, I don't think I can really give too much away, being a test beta. But I can show you a car after this replay. I can show you a car drifting if you would like. I've got the Audi TTS around Willow Springs. It's quite a tail end car. Go around that if you'd like. There's no drift circuits as of yet, but on the sheets, the car setting sheets, there is a sheet for road, drifting and dirt. So it looks like they're definitely lining it up for those sheets. One there, so I'm ranked 8th, friends list. In the Scirocco, I can show you a car that will drift. It's a road car, mind you, but M2 and the MX-5, yeah, you know, don't you? RLX. Should be able to kick this car out. I've done it quite a few times on this track.
would seek his counsel and
Not quite drifting, but nearly there. See how this looks in the replay. So dusty. Yeah, it's fun, mate. Definitely fun. RLX. I've only got a choice of that one road car at the moment. The gift cars I'm getting every day seem to be GT3 cars, GR3, GR4 cars. They all seem to be lining up where you can only race them or use them on the Nurburgring. So it's definitely there. If you enjoy Assetto Corsa, the physics on that, then you'll like this. And also, if you think Assetto Corsa is hard to drive with all assists off, then I'd say this is slightly harder to drive on the wheel. It's about as much as I can give away, really. Hello Harley, welcome to the stream, mate. I need to buy myself a Ps4 Pro. This is much better looking. Yeah, it's good, mate. The Assetto is top notch for drifting, for driving physics. Yep. This is on the same page, Gordo. It's definitely up there. Any predictions on release date? Right, so RLX, people are saying with this 28-day open test beta for Europe, there's just rumours that there's going to be probably another 4 to 8 weeks after that. So end of April is May. You're probably looking at June, July. So I won't be surprised if it comes out September, maybe latest. The only problem with that is it's going to be out the same sort of time as Project Cars 2. Probably December. I wouldn't put it past them, RLX. They put it off last year. I'm just surprised they brought out the GT6 on the PS3 on the same month that they released the PS4. We all thought that it was going to be coming out on the next gen console. But obviously we thought wrong. Yeah, I think that December 2017 is more likely, I reckon. They'll probably try and say that it's going to be coming out in September, but wouldn't surprise me at all. As long as I get Assetto Corsa private online lobbies up this month and Project Cars 2 by September, I'm happy. If they want to spend more time tweaking this, then they can. I can wait. Right, I'll do another showcase lap around Nurburgring, and then I'll be shutting the stream down for tonight. So, if I go to the Nurburgring, I'll do one more lap and I'll shut it down. So, change a car. Right, do a car vote then between these three. I've just done the M6 GT3, so if you'd like to see the F-Type Jaguar, the Lancer Evolution Final Edition, or the Hyundai Genesis, just put it in the votes. I'll do best of 5. Hello Bugs, how you doing mate? Thanks for dropping in. Just dropped in to smash that like, buddy. Have a great stream mate. Thanks mate, appreciate it. Thanks for dropping in mate. Project Cars 2 will be good. So I'm happy with that until then. Yeah, you know, don't you Gordo? Right, we've got best of 5, yeah, seeing as there's quite a few of us in here, 15 of us. So it's between the Lancer, the F-Type, and the Genesis. We've got 1 vote for Lancer. Need another 4 more votes. I think there might be Harley, because like I said, there's a sheet. When you go to the car setting sheets, there's a sheet for road, 1 for dirt, and 1 for drifting. So I wouldn't put it surprised. I wouldn't put it past them. Got 2 votes for Lancer, 1 for the Hyundai by Big Bugs. Big Bug Gaming. Another 2 more votes. Lancer, we've got 3 Lancer and 1 Genesis. So I suppose that's it. That's the vote, the Lancer. But I did want to go out in that Bugs though. I wanted to go out in the Genesis. I've only been out in it once. That's the Bible, Big Bug. Yeah. Genesis. Yeah, take the Lancer. Right, Lancer it is. This definitely feels like the better balanced car of the 4. This has had the Triumph. You already done the M6, Anton. Thanks for your vote, mate. Right, let's see what car settings. Maximum power 569 bhp. Weight. What train is it? Power ratio, weight reduction, traction 0. Spring rate. Normal transmission. Drive options. Traction 0. Wait, hey, what's that? I'm on top of your friends at the NAB. Ryan Clark, what's your... Oh, hello Clark, how you doing, mate? Yeah, mate, it's a fucking good time. I must admit, hat off to you, mate, that's a good time. I definitely won't be beating that. I've done the 7 minute 7 in the Lancer Evolution. How do you have races right now? So Andre, the European GMT time class zone is between 6 and 8. So you'll have one of the 3 tracks open at 6. So you get to race 3 times in the hour of 6, between 6 and 7, which is Willow Springs. The second track is between 7 and 8 on the list at the moment, which is Dragon's Trail. So you get to enter the race between the hours of 7 and 8. And then between 8 and 9 currently is the Nurburgring, Nordschleife. Yes, it's empty now is because it's not open again till tomorrow. So at the moment what I'm doing is I'm just doing time lapse, time trial. Good to go mate, yep. 5th on the leaderboard. Who's that? 5th, McLaren's finest. I'm 7th, I'm Joe Houston 85. Yeah, good time though mate. That's a very good time. What car was you in, Clark? You can't even do laps. I'm not too sure, Andre. Are you sure you're signed into the servers? "4C, Ryan Clark, 4C, Wrecking Ball. Andre, please stop with the caps." He's shouting. So loud. Right. Answer Evolution, Final Edition. Right. Just for you quickly then. Ranking boards. Yep, R. Clark. R. Clark got the quickest time, who is Ryan Clark in a chat. 6 minute 41 in the 4C. So the 4C GR3 seems to be a very quick car. And you've got Ash in the GTR Nismo. Deep Beep, Mustang, McLaren's Firestone Corvette. And it looks like, out of my friends list, I'm the quickest in the Lancer Evolution Final Edition. Yeah, I can't wait to get that 4C though, mate. Looks good, looks fast. beat my lap by 2 seconds. I'm happy with that. Still, who did I want to beat? I wanted to beat my friend Neil. Yeah, 7 minute 4, I think. Yeah, bastard, look. Second off. Neil Farmick. Still happy I'm not 2 seconds off though, it's pretty good. I reported it as bug, I hope it gets fixed soon. What's this then? Read the comments. Still confused why I have no races today. I have no races at all, it's black screen there. They only have fixed race times, Andre. Broken. Exactly. I set my times before I went to bed. Might have a bug. Just try just trying to think when I had a black screen, what it was. I think it's the servers, mate. If you get in a black screen, all three of them, you're not connecting to the servers properly. I had the issue once and I just rebooted it and it seemed to fix it. Woke up to do my daily and nothing is there. I can pick a car but nothing in sport mode. It's black screen. It says no races. Well, if you got a server issue, you can only assume that I don't know. They might have taken the key away, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, American version could be it, Ryan. I know the Americans have got the free black screens, so I think they're just hoping that in 30 days' time, they're going to open up both of them, test the servers on both America and Europe. Harsh. Oh right, yeah, so if it is American version, yeah, that's why. Yeah, so they would have closed it last Wednesday, so nearly a week ago. Finished for now, I think. Ryan Clark. Andre, there was nothing on the forum that says it's finished. I report it as a bug, I hope that gets fixed soon. They will open it again when they merge it. Yeah, that's what I just said, Ryan. Yeah, they're going to merge it after the Europe testing's over. Close, James. Gordo, yes, I'm happy with that though. I've shaven 2 seconds off my personal best. Oh, top 10 in world. Sorry, mate, I didn't see that. I thought you just meant my friends list. Right, ranking. That's my friend ranking, so top 10 is that Corvette C7 GR3, 6 minute 38. And he's got a driver ranking of C, which is the highest I've seen, and the highest sportsmanship ranking, which is a 52. It's crazy. I want your Evo. I want your Evo tune, James. What's cool? It's going to be worldwide next. I'm not too sure. There's rumours that they're going to merge the 3 time zones together at the end, just to test the servers, Gordo. Oh, was you in 5th, was you, Clark? I'll have a look at that. Nice one. Setting is what I'm talking about. Andre, my tuning's very simple, mate. It's just all default. I haven't messed around with anything on that Evo. Nothing. Yeah, Clark, mate, it's pretty impressive, mate. 5th in the world, well, 5th in Europe. It's pretty cool. Look at the sun glare off that car. Andre, I've always bought Logitech wheels. So for the PS4 next gen console, Logitech is the G29 model. So Logitech G29 is what I'm using now. Yeah, I'm yet to do that, Andre. I haven't done the Tokyo yet. Yeah, it's probably one of my favourites, Ryan, if I'm honest. Minute 44, yeah, it's good, Andre. The thing is with this car, is you've probably done it as well, where you crash in the first sector or have a slip up on the first sector, and then you gun it on the second and third sector to try and make up for the slip up you had on the first sector. And then when you finish the track, because it's obviously all or nothing, but then when you finish the lap time, you just wish that you pushed all 3 sectors like you pushed the second and third. Because I reckon if I pushed all or nothing sort of pace, first, second and third, you would end up with a monster lap time. But where's you trying to take it so cautiously? Like that time I just done there, the 7 minute 5. Even though it's a fast time, I was still very cautious around the corners. I'm driving with all assist off, so traction controls off. It's very easy to come off the track, but it's by far, out of the 4 cars I've got there, best balanced, more stable car I've got. I feel comfortable in this car, but not too comfortable. So you just got another 40 seconds to shave off, Andre. And you'll beat my lap time. Yes, Ryan, I can't wait to get in that car. It does look good. Hopefully I'll get it tomorrow. Today. Oh, today I got the Jaguar. Is it the FR? F-Type, sorry. I got the Jaguar F-Type today. Things with me, like I remember back in GT4, GT5, GT6, me and my friends used to spend like hours and hours just going around this track online. We used to get in the Nismo GTRs. You had the yellow hat and the blue Calisonic. We used to just spend like meters away from each other, like neck and neck around this circuit for ages. If you notice the lift on the first sector, on the first straight on this track, the lift you get, the front lift, that's pretty cool. and realistic as well. Yeah, the Jag is nice, pretty heavy. Power to weight ratio seems to be pretty balanced on the F-Type. Got BMW M6 GT3 today. Yeah, I got that car, Clark, in the 3 cars from the beginning. The Renault, I've got the Renault Megane trophy car. Assuming you're talking about that, Andre. Do you feel the elevation through the wheel? Just about, Gordo, just about. Like I say, I don't think the FFB settings that I'm feeling now, I don't think is the finished product. I think it's going to be a lot heavier in the actual game release. I've always played with a controller. Is it essential to have a steering wheel if you're going for top times? I'd say in my racing league, let's say out of the 10 regulars that race with me, it's sort of 90% wheel users and 10% controller users. And the guy who I race with on a controller is very good. Only reason him having a controller is he's got limited space where he's living at the moment. But I've always known him to have a controller, and he's very quick. He seems to keep up with us, so. But you will benefit from a wheel. Obviously, you've got a lot more steering, a lot more throttle control. But there are pad users out there that are just as good as wheel users. It all depends how you take to it. If you make the jump to a wheel, you'll never. If you love racing, you won't put it down and it won't collect dust. You'll be on it all the time. It's definitely worth getting. I've been on a wheel now for as long as I can remember, really. I had a wheel on the PS1, didn't have a wheel on the PS2, and I had a wheel on. I had the Logitech driving force on the PS3 for GT4, 5 and 6, and then obviously you couldn't carry over the driving force to the next gen consoles, so I got the Logitech G29. Yeah, I was quite happy on the controller to a certain degree, but never look back. On a wheel, it's always best. The only advice I would give to you, RLX, is to go at defense and just go wheel, manual gears, and just try and pick it up. It'll probably take a couple of weeks. It takes average about 2 weeks to pick it up. Going from probably usual 3rd, 4th finish on a pad to last, so as long as you can handle being last for a couple of weeks once you get used to the wheel, then before you know it, you won't be thinking about it. You won't be thinking about the gear changes. It just becomes natural. Yep, decent wheel stand. I've got the GT Amiga Racing. So the best thing about the GT Amiga Racing is you haven't got a centre post, so I don't like the thought of a centre bar in between my legs, so the 2 bars that I've got go either side of my legs, So you obviously got room for clutch, brake, and accelerating. Yeah, yes, good stand, mate. Right, lads, I'm off. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the likes. Whoever dropped the likes, appreciate it. And I'll catch you another time. If you're new as well, subscribe for more racing. Do online league races, replays of Assetto Corsa, Project Cars, F1 2016. And if you like racing online on Ps4, look at the description of this stream. You'll see our Facebook group. Currently have about 290 members. Goes by the name of Sim Racing Events, Ps4 in brackets. Again, that'll be in the description. And yeah, thanks to everyone who has stayed with me. I appreciate it. Probably be on tomorrow as well. Same similar time. See if I can get some races on online.